Hi everybody, it's Celeste here and welcome to A Crafter's Story. So I've been, I did something by accident. I'm just going to be honest. I made a mistake and then I made a craft out of it. So I had all these pieces of cardstock and it's watercolor paper, and I was going to try to paint little minis on here. I've done this before, but I haven't done very many, and I just felt like it. Anyway, I accidentally spilt some acrylic paint on one of the little cards, and at first I thought, oh my gosh, now what I do, you know, how your thought process goes. But then I thought, well, what if I just cover the whole little card with that color? I'll set it aside and I'll figure something out later. And so I did that. And then I was rummaging through some other cards looking for a greeting card, and I came across one that I had pulled this off of. So this is some embroidery that I did, and I had pulled this one off. You can see all the tear marks. I had pulled it off a card that I had done previously, and I thought, I know what to do with a card that I messed up on. So that became a craft for a whole day. This is what I came up with. I have these 3 by 4 inch little pieces of cardstock, and I have been covering them with the paint and then poking holes in them and then making things out of those pieces of card. So here's the little booklet with the leaf on the green that I made, and so it became a whole little book. So that's pretty cute. This one, I think it's got nothing on the back yet, but we're going to make one of these together in this video, and then you'll see how I did it. Dirt easy, guys. So this one is just a little, it could be anything. It could be a tag, it could be a journaling card. I guess it could even be a pocket if you put some glue down here and just left a hole, or it can become sort of one of those side sleeves in a journal. But what I liked about this was that I not only had the 3D effect of the thread, but I also had the 3D effect of this little sticker that I put on here. And then this one is a tag because I put a little tag piece on here. I only just glued, I put too much glue in there, but I just glued this little bead in there. That bead's not ever going to go anywhere because I have glued it. I've glued it in a bath of glue. Anyway, so there's this one with a little saying, and again, it could be a to and a from, so it could be a gift tag. It could be a writing tag. It could be a bookmark. It really could be just about anything. So those are the 3 that I made and the one that I found. So I'm going to put them aside, and then let's start one together. So I have these little mats because I don't really want to get the paint on here. I can wash it, but I don't want to wash it. I'm going to try and just come in a little bit like that. Okay, so in the folk art range, they have these metallic colors, which I really love. I bought one by mistake. I do a lot of mistakes, guys. I don't pay attention. And then I just grab and go, and afterwards I go, oh. Anyway, so I had bought one of these metallics, and you'll always know that they are because they have the little diamond at the top. So I now have quite a few, actually. I've got some green and pink and blue and gold, and I have this lovely bronze, which is, well, it's not bronze, sorry, it says copper. They have silver, they have a bunch of really, really nice colors. And then they've come up with a color shift, which doesn't have the diamond, but it is, you see, it says it's folk art, but it's color shift. It also has that sort of metallic look to it. This is that. I really like the color shifts. I really think I'm going to get more of these. So let's try. I haven't done a gold, so maybe if I do a gold with a black thread, that could look nice. Let me get one of my little cards out here, set these aside, and get a nice wide brush. I like the gold, I like the copper, the blue. I think I'd like to do a blue. I haven't done a blue yet, and I haven't done a gold yet. So that, and this is my little needle tool, pokey tool, sharp tool. It's just from the dollar store. So any kind of needle, anything with a sharp edge, this is pretty sharp, and it's nice because I can just poke holes in my paper and then thread the I'm using embroidery thread. I suppose wool would work as well, but I just like the embroidery thread because I think it will last longer than something like wool. I think wool might fray over time. Okay, so I'm going to set that one aside. I don't think I've got any more of these little ones here in my stash because I had, oh wait, I have one. All right, got that one. Let me get some water to wash that. Wash it down so I can do another color. And so I want to do that blue because it's a really dark blue. And I think it could look really nice with a white embroidery cotton, or maybe even a gold. I don't have a gold embroidery cotton, but it would if I did. I have embroidery, I have gold thread, but I don't think it's thick enough. Okay, so I'm going to use the midnight blue in this really beautiful metallic, like that. And I think on that gold one I might want to do a second coat. I'll see when it dries. These are just really pretty. Alright, so I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to have to leave these to dry. And then, oh, that corner, we can do some designs on the back, poke some holes, and then do some embroidery. Okay, I've put together a little stash to, I guess just to get me organized, because I've got everything painted, and I did decide to go back and give each of these little cards a second coat. I could have gotten away without doing that, but I just felt like I needed that extra saturation. So this guy, I think what I'm going to do is just give it a border like I did with the butterfly, and then I'm going to do that border in red, and then give it this gorgeous, now that's the part where I think to contrast I'll put this yellow flower. It's too close to the green, maybe the red one. We'll see when we get there. And then with this guy, it's going to be the heart and this little flower in the middle, and then I want to make another book with a leaf design and a ribbon. So let me start maybe with a little book. I'm going to scoot some stuff away, and the back cover I have gone ahead and painted both sides, whereas the front cover I'm going to be giving it a backing, which I should have painted. Oh well. Okay, so let's draw in the leaf. Now I've got to make a consideration here, because in the front I'm going to have a ribbon, so I can't go past. I'm going to make myself a little, didn't work. Let's try that again. Make myself a little just a cut-off area, so that I know that I can't go past that with the leaf design. I'm keeping it really simple, guys, because like that, because it's easier to work with the simple designs, and my lines are a bit curvy. I think I can do it with a curvy line. Okay, so there's the leaf design. That's going to work fine. And then this one I said was going to be a heart. So I want the one side of the heart there. Then I'm going to just see if I can make it somewhat symmetrical by going, okay, I've got to go all the way. That's symmetrical-ish. The ish part is the the important part, right? All right, this one is just a plain border, and I'm eyeballing this, you guys. You can be you may use stencils, obviously, if you feel more comfortable. I am just literally eyeballing everything. That's a really skew line. Let's see, and then I'm going to give it a corner like that, there, like so. All right, I think I'm going to start off with this one because it's the easiest, and I'm poking my holes from, let's zoom in just a little bit, there we go. I'm going to always poke my holes, because it's a personal preference, from the back, and I'm going to keep my holes, oh, I must have had paint on there, about, and this is about being my actual measure, 1/4 inch, sort of just under 1/2 centimeter, and depending on the thickness of your card, you could get away with going a little closer. I worry just a little bit that if I do go too close, that when I start threading and the needle is, you know, in and out the paper, that that little space, if those holes are too close, I worry that I'm going to tear the holes. And so, sort of roughly speaking, 1/4 inch is going to be my measure. I'm using 140-pound cardstock. It's that watercolor paper that I'm using from Walmart that I honestly use for everything. So that's a good option. Printer paper I don't think is going to work with this craft, you guys, just because it's too thin. So cardstock is definitely going to be, in my opinion, obviously you guys should try out what you've got, but cardstock, the thicker the better, is always going to work best. Okay, so I'm going to finish this one in a little bit. Let me do half of this just to show you again from the back, sort of 1/4 inch. I'm just going to go all the way around. Ow, I just poked a hole in my finger. So safety concerns, guys, don't put your finger where the hole's going to be. Because oh no, I'm bleeding. Oh dear. All right, I'm going to have to go and get a band-aid. Oh dear, so sorry. Okay, so it wasn't that bad. I was being a little dramatic. I didn't need a band-aid. So what I'm doing with the leaf design is I am punching a hole in every spot where there's where lines join or where they intersect. So all along the spine here, I don't know what you call this of a leaf, I'm just going to call it a spine. So wherever the veins hit the spine and wherever the vein hits the outside of the leaf, I'm going to put, and then you can just fill in your dots in between. So I'm just really going to put one there and one there, and probably a few extra along here, and then I'll try, if there's 3 here, I'm going to do 3 on the other side. just to keep it somewhat uniform. Okay, so I think you guys get the idea of how you make the holes here. I'm going to put this down, finish it up later so that I can start with the embroidery. I'm just realizing that what I just said, yeah, I think I'll keep it that way. This side seems longer than this side, so I may have to actually do an extra hole here. So I'll have to go back on what I said. Crafting is all about evolving, and sometimes it happens in the moment, right? I say one thing and do something else. So I'll finish up the punching a little later. I want to get started on threading. So let me see if I can get this thread. I've got a needle that is a little smaller. No, I'm not even gonna, just going to make myself go bananas. Let me rather just, I need to go and get one of those threaders, which I thought I had. Nope. Let's try. Okay, I think I got it. I got it. When I have to decide how much thread I need, I will take a piece and run it loosely around one edge like that, and then I'll take a second lot for that, sometimes 3 depending on how many holes there are, and then just so let's say I did take 3 measures, then it's 6 because 1 for each, 3 for each side, and so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you get your length, because that way I can hopefully do this all in one thread shot. One go. Okay, so I've gone through the middle here, just through that one. I'm going to go 1 up and in. That's simple enough. But now when I come back here, I'm not going to go into this hole, or am I? Yes, I am. Alright, so you go into the next hole and then you double back. So I'm going into that hole and then double back, and then next hole and double back, and oh, for a second there I thought I was using the wrong color. I'm going for non-traditional colors where you typically would use red for a heart or green for a leaf, maybe black for a frame. I'm using slightly different colors, just because I think it's nice to kind of think outside the box a little bit sometimes. Okay, so this one is going to take a little while. I'm going to move across to the leaf because I want to show you how I do. Oh, I didn't finish the punching. All right. Thinking ahead of myself. All right, we'll go with the red instead so we can start the border. And then I'll go and finish the punching the holes and we can start the leaf, and then I will show you the construction as I finish up everything. All right, so here is my frame, and you'll notice that this cross corner cross is not, you don't see it on this side, but we are going to put the corner cross in. So I'm going to start in one corner, come across to my first hole, what did I do? Yeah, and then go to the second hole and double back. But now in this case I do have my first 2 stitches in there, but I want to create this, so I'm going to go back into that third hole and come across, because I need to come across to the same hole. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in there. Oh, oops. And then I'm going, it's a little bit of a double back, and I'm sure anybody who does a lot of embroidery is thinking to themselves, there must be a better way, or they have a better way. This is just what I'm doing. All right, so I'm doing a double, I'm doubling back constantly, just so that I can cover this corner. I think I've gone through the knot. Yep. All right, let me try and see if I can not go through the knot. There we go. That's better. I hope I'm not shaking around too much. I should try and slow down. All right, so there you've made your corner. I'm just going to find my first empty hole after making the corner, and double back. There we go. And now it's just a case of going all the way around. So let me put that down. Let's quickly finish up punching the holes. I don't think it'll take me very long. I've got all the holes punched for the leaf, and it's already starting to look really good on this side. So I don't think I missed anything. I've got all the holes. I'm going to just, top or bottom doesn't really matter. Start here, and oh, I did miss a, I missed here. Okay. And start down the side or down the middle, doesn't really matter. And do the same thing, inner hole, double back, inner hole, double back. And I thought a pink on this beautiful blue would look nice, non-traditional as I mentioned before, just because it's, come back. Just because I think it's going to be eye-catching to have the blue and pink. They are very complementary of each other. It's kind of it's almost like a day and night, a dark and bright. Oh, that rhymed. Huh. Okay, guys, so I think what I'm going to do is go off camera, because this is going to take me a little while just to get done. And I'm going to thread all the way around, and then I'm going to come down and up and back, and down and up and back to get the center done. And then I'll go and finish off the other two, and then we'll start doing the construction of the little book and all the other little writing bits and bobs. Okay, so we're on to the next step, and that's going to be to cover the back where all the stitching is showing. We like this side, not that side. So I'm going to, for the booklet, I've painted one side, left the other side white because it's going to be glued down. So let's go ahead and do that. And oh, it's all gunky. Let me just wipe it off. Oh, it stuck to my finger. All right, so I'm just going to use Aleene's glue to get this glued down. And it's also nice when you're doing this to run the glue, especially over places where there were knots, and that way you're just securing some of your stitching as well. So it does make this a little bulkier, but that's understandable because you have the stitching. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this down and get some of my clamps out. Well, they're not exactly clamps, I guess they're more like clips, but just to hold everything in place. I'm going to get, oh, sorry about that. Get this clip down, and I'm going to do that with all my, with the heart, the leaf, and the frame. And I think I have enough clips at least to do 2 of them, and then I'll have to wait with the one, but this Aleene's glue dries really quickly, so I think I don't really like using these little pink ones because they're a bit sharp on the edges and they make a mark, but I don't have that many clips, and so I'm just going to have to do it. Okay, so there's our first one. I'm going to set that aside. Let's get this next one, and since this is going to be a little writing card, I don't mind leaving this white. And again, we're just going to get some glue down. I suspect any of the tacky glues are going to work to secure, get that knot there, to secure your cards, the backing of your cards, should I say. I don't think something like double-sided tape is going to be super efficient, but you know, if you guys if you guys want to try the double-sided tape, if you feel like your tape is strong enough, you know, obviously try that. I think there is a really permanent glue stick that I actually didn't know about that I just found out about. It's a yellow and white tube. It's about $10 for the tube, and I'm excited to try it. I haven't bought it yet, but I'm excited to try it because I think that's going to be something I could use like this. Okay, so I'm going to have to go and hunt for some more clips and then do my third one, and then we can start assembling. I found some more of my little clippies here, so that's good. And I realized that I wanted to put a loop onto the heart. I didn't. I talk too much and then I forget what I want to do. So I'm going to put the loop onto the frame instead. It's fine. And at least then I have something different to what I had made before. So I have taken a piece of the ribbon and just basically glued a loop onto the back, and it's ready now for me to put a backing over the loop and over the stitching. So let's go ahead and do all of that. And then I'm going to attempt, I think I'm going to get away with making that little booklet, because this Aleene glue dries pretty fast, or at least it holds its, you know, it holds onto its paper while it's drying. So I think we can work with it, or I can work with it while it's not 100% dry. Ugh, I've got some spillage. I can probably just cut it off afterwards. I'm going to use that one. There we go. And with a bit of luck, I pulled out enough of these guys. I think I did. Let's see. I'll steal one off the blue there because I'm going to be using it now anyway. Okay, so I'll set that aside. I'll pop this guy aside as well. And let's get all these clips off. All off here, and I'll show you how I made the little book. Okay, so I'm going to cut off that excess white at the top of, before I start assembling. I think it's just going to be easier if I cut it off now. There's a little bit of white sticking out the top, a little bit of white sticking out the bottom. See how much I can get off. And here in the front, it's not a train smash because I could probably have used my ink to darken it and make it less obvious, but don't want it there if I don't have to have it there. Okay, so the back of the little book is painted both sides, and we had the one side of the cover that covered the stitching. So here are our two sides to the book, and then I've taken pieces of paper Now they're going to be too wide, so let me cut off. Where is my, I think it's in here actually. I'm just going to eyeball it as well, you guys, and cut off, let's see, maybe like just under 1/4 inch. It kind of makes the pages at the edges a little straighter anyway, and that way we get a nice even edge. Pull that off. Okay, let's do it both sides. That way I'm going to take off another sort of just under, say, 1/8 of an inch, I suppose. Maybe a little over. Just, it doesn't really matter as long as it just is giving you that nice straight edge on the ends, and it makes the paper now fit the cover size. Okay, I think that should do it. This is a little rough, but I might like that actually. I can take off a little more. It's a little bit more. Otherwise we're going to have pages sticking out the bottom or out the top. And that'll look a little messy and a little odd. Despite being junk journal ephemera, you know, you still want a little bit of neatness. Just a little bit. Oh my gosh, still. Goodness gracious. Alright. Here we go. A little bit more. I could have taken off a full 1/4 inch on each of these right from the beginning, but you know, you don't know until you start taking bits off and testing. And okay, this has got to be enough now. Yes, okay, perfect. So I'm going to take some of the Aleene's, oh, I thought I had one of those little, you know what, I'm going to take the backing from this little book, from this little notepad, and I'm going to use it to protect the other pages as I'm gluing. Just like that. I'm going to get some Aleene's down. This I think is where a stronger stick glue or maybe a double-sided tape would be pretty efficient. I am today just going to use the Aleene's. Okay, so I'm going to get the edge along there and try and get this. I might have to do it this way. Try and get this as evenly spaced as possible. Yep, that looks good, I think. Yeah, I think that's good. I think we've got the one front page now stuck, and let's do the other side. I'm just going to protect it in case I get glue off onto the other pages, and get some of the Aleene's down and do the process again by putting on the backing. See, and I think let me do it from this side again. Something like, yeah, here we go. Oh, I can come in. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to push that up a bit. I'm going to have to move quickly because Aleene's is pretty tacky and it glues quickly. Alright, okay, I think I got it. I got it. Okay, so I thought to get a little extra pizzazz, I think I'm going to switch to my fabric tack, since I'm now going to glue a little bit of fabric, well, ribbon, onto the front of the book, which is why I put the design a little more to the side. Okay, here we go, like that. Let's do the other side. And then I'm going to just clamp it as well with my little, these little guys that I've got. Where did I put? I'm just gonna, I put it away. All right, let's see, just on the edge, just to kind of keep it down, just like that. And if any of the glue pops out, I can always cut it off, wipe it away later, or not wipe it because it'll be dry, but cut it away. Okay, so there is this little book done. Now you could come in later and do some corner clips, which I think would look really nice, but that has to now sit on the side and dry. So let's see, I think we can probably work with this guy. Put these away and get them out our way. This is going to be just a little journaling card or a little tag or bookmark. Got some glue that's getting in the way, but I can quickly wipe it away still, I think. Yep. Okay, that means I've got glue on me now. Get the glue off me. All right, so again, let us get that big scissors out and just trim off some of this white that's sticking out over here. And here, we can always neaten it up with a little bit of ink later as well. All right, just like that. And then what did I say? I think I said I wanted to put this little blue flower on. Oh, that's got stuck in there. Let's put a little blue flower and like this. Where's my glue here? And this one already has a pearl, so I don't have to drown another one, drown another pearl. So I don't know what I want to use this for. My previous heart, I put a little affirmation at the bottom there. This one I'm going to hold on to, and it's totally fine to do this, guys. If you're not 100% sure where you want to use this, you may want to give it to a friend, and then you want to put an appropriate saying, little phrase on there for the friend, or if it's a family member, maybe it's a get well soon card that you're going to be attaching this to, and then you can put your words in. So for right now, I think I'm just going to leave this one adorned as it is and then work on what wording I want to put on here at a later stage. Okay, so that gets put aside, and I think that this guy here with its tag is probably, hopefully, going to be dry enough for us to add the embellishment. And I'm noticing something which is probably going to, okay, got a little bit of the glue sticking out in places, but that will dry clear, so that's fine. What I'm talking about is this whiteness, this white sticking out here. Now I've got the ribbon in the way, so probably it's going to be a bit tricky to cut that off, so maybe I'll just leave it and then get some, sorry, I'm trying to get some of this glue off my fingers. Maybe just leave it and then come in with some of this green paint and this, maybe top it up with a green, and that way you won't see it, or maybe put in, darken it with some ink, I don't know, but I'm not going to mess with that because I don't want to cut the ribbon. For now, I'm just going to put, now I thought about not putting the yellow because I thought that that would be too close to the green. The pink and the red, I don't like the combo. The two reds don't really, I think I'm going to use the yellow. I think that makes the most sense. So let's put just a little extra glue. Just for some safety, and I'll get that that down there. And I noticed that I've got this little pink one. I wonder if I could, no, I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, so this one definitely is also not finished. It's going to need some attention up there, but I hope that you guys got an idea of how to make these. They are so versatile. There are so many ideas. You know, they could be writing cards, bookmarks, pockets. There, I've put some lines onto the back of this one. I have put a to and a from on the back of this one, so it's going to be a gift tag eventually. And then of course we've got our little books, and I have this little book that I think I'm going to try and just cut off the excess, and then I can put this down as an example as well. Oh, not very neat. Oh, there we go, that's fine. Okay, and then of course we've got this little book as well, with all its cute little pages. So great way to use up extra pages, great way to use up little pieces of cardstock. Of course these then can also become ephemera in your books. Let me come out a bit like that, and then we can fit them all in. There we go. 1 2 3 1 2 3, something like that. All right, thank you so much for joining me on my scrapbook, what are we going to call this, embroidery adventure. And I hope this is something that you can try and have fun with. We'll see you next time. Bye.